G'day Wallaby Dick, welcome to another episode. Dandy morning on the east coast. Just launched the boat, got her in the water. I'm gonna head out wide. Originally I wanted to sword drop like always, but I think I'll play it safe. Run the two electrics, get some blue eye, or hope for some blue eye, and smack some jigs out or some bait rigs and get some stripey on the account before season closure, which is coming up. So make sure you take note of the season dates.
Let's go fishing, baby!
What an awesome morning!
So my plan of attack this morning, first off, is to actually head to the shelf and then head north, just in case I see any tuna busting up and I can throw a stick bait at them or drag some lures through them and get on the board straight away. Then I'll get to the blue eye grounds, drop, go and have a look at some striped trumpeter in about 120 meters, and then see where I'm at. Quickly just want to show you guys what our fads look like here in Tassie, fish aggregating devices. Some fantastic work done by fisheries and in particular Trav Priest. These are now, this is fad number 1 in the state. These are now here all year round. They used to just be here, seasonal, and they were taken out for whale migration and things like that. I'm just gonna have a quick look around and see if there's anything on it. The cool thing is though, you can kind of see that it's starting to get a little bit of growth on it. So come summer, I reckon this will be loaded with kingies. A little bit of bait on it, which is pretty cool. Exciting to see. You're after the coordinates for where this fat is as well. There you go. Happy birthday. So you can come out here, get your liveys before you head off. Beauty.
So when I am deep dropping, what I do like to do is have one sinker on the rig. I probably should just do both on a breakaway, but at least one as a breakaway, just in case you get snagged and you can give it a bit. Just tying a quick FG knot here. Gonna have a bit of a jig on the electric. Nothing else is going on. Put that 1 kilo jig on, save my back. So chucking some 150 pound. Getting my FG sorted.
The continental shelf is really quiet. Just spent about 2 hours out there and thought, stuff it. I'm coming in closer and I'll try and get some stripies. So let's see if I can find them. And if I do find them, I want to show you a few different methods of how I do it. So when I am stripey fishing, this is the kind of bottom that I'm looking for. Come up to a mark and about 20 meters of bait and pulled up fish. I'm on 200 hertz now, so I'm getting a pretty good read, and I'm overly confident that if I drop a bait into that, I should be able to hook up. So I'll put a bait rig on, drift over it, and wish me luck.
All right, let's see if we can catch a stripey. All right, here we go. Coming onto him. There he is. There he is. Oh, I got him. Ooh. See that? Just dropped it down to him after he had a quick initial bite. There he is. We've got our first stripey for the morning. First table fish. I just tell that we're coming onto it too. Now this year, something worth noting is that the striped trumpeter limit, I'm pretty sure this is a stripey from that initial take, but the bag limit might be cut, which will be a bit disappointing because there's still a fair few of them around in Tassie, especially up north. A lot of people won't be happy with me saying that, but as well, the size should increase from 55 to around 62 or 63, maybe 64. All right, we're getting a look. Here's some color. And that looks like a stripey to me. There's our first table fish for the day. Probably undersized though, 55. However, it's nice to be on the board. Look at that. And I was right, I did get baited as soon as I got down there. Hey bud, you're a handsome looking thing, aren't you? You're gonna go straight back. I'll put you in the live well for a bit.
first fish of the day. I'm sure there's plenty more down there. Let's double check this size. He's right on current legal. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hold him in the live bait tank for a little bit because I'm right on the mark. Otherwise I have to drive off 500 meters and drop him off. So I don't actually want to keep him, but I don't want to ruin the bite either. So a lot of people ask me, send me messages on Instagram what they should be looking for when they're chasing these stripey on the gravel patch. This is it. Take a screenshot of that, match it up when you're on the water. He's doing all right in there. They're just not as aggressive as they normally are today. Right as I say they're not as aggressive, that's a better size one too. Hopefully he sticks. Ooh. But he's slipping all over the place. All right, here's a bit of colour for us. It's another stripey. Still not huge though. It's not a donkey like we're after. That's another one right on 55, so I think we'll have to persist with the bait a little bit longer. Let's try and find that donkey. Should drift straight over this nice pocket here. All right, fourth drop with the bait. It's probably time that I've hooked another one. Come on, where's bottom? Where's bottom? Good look on the sounder at the moment, so well, there we go. There's one stripey. See if we can load it up a bit more. It's bigger size too, that one. Yep. Oh, that might be two. See if we can load one more on that. Oh, it's always fun wheeling something in, especially after how quiet it was at the shelf. I thought it was going to be a lot heavier, harder going, but good to know as well. But by throwing that other borderline stripey back, it didn't affect the bite. I'm watching this come up on the sounder and I feel like I've found the sweet spot. So after this one I'll drop a jig, maybe a 150 gram jig. If this one is closer to 60. Oh, I should see colour here in a minute. Yeah, there we go. Now, still quite small really. This one's probably a little bit better. Might be a touch on 60. Let's see. Yeah, cool. All right, well, I'm happy taking him. Here's 62. So at least this one's had a chance to mate. What I do with these striped trumpeter is I just cut the neck there. Bleeds them quite well. Little spoon, make sure he's all good to swim off. First shit fish. It's probably the downside of jigging. More inclined to get the fish you don't want in comparison to having free hooks. Oh, it's a bloody cooter. Wow, so that's what's balled up down there. Barracuda, fantastic fresh bait. So knowing that there's a barracuda down there at 100 meters, I really want to make sure that I get on the right mark. So I'm just going to spend a little bit more time with the jig to make sure that I'm dropping on the right stuff. Oh, come on. Yeah, so I just can't get through that line of cuda. The annoying thing is too, not sure if you can see this, but look at them fraying that line there. Give that enough and that's gone. So I might have to tie a whole new FG knot. They're just biting the shit through that. Look at that. So I missed the take on the head cam, but I'll tell you what, there's a pretty weighty fish here. Oh, could be doubles. The fight initially, like my whole line just went slack and I was like, what? So he's bitten it and he's swimming up with it. Woo. I'll tell you what, it's a bloody big stripey. That one went hard for the size though. Still not an absolute horse, but I'll tell you what, he went hard. Absolutely. That is a nice size stripey. It's coming home for sure. Around that 60 mark again, so 2 more of those and we'll be done for the day. How good's that? Lovely striped trumpeter. Right, there we go. That's a good size one. Pretty slow lethargic take on him and he came up. Now as always guys, you might notice that I'm wearing a Get Jiggy With It shirt, although I've put the jig away. There's still plenty of these up on my website at tascast.com.au if you feel like supporting all this nonsense that I get up to. I appreciate it. Feels expensive. Nice colour. That's a stripey. That's a good size one. I reckon it's 60. Definitely size, so sorry buddy. Just got to get one more of your friends and we'll be out of here. This one's 60 centimeters. It's coming home with us. Just on 60, 59-ish. And I'm pretty sure it's full of sperm or it's a female. Yep. It's getting close to closing. Woo. It's about the hook too. So let's give this one a bleed and try and get one more on the account. I am a little bit gutted. Gosh, I've spent a couple of hours here, but it was worth it. Got a nice feed of stripey. Looking forward to digging into that this week. Well, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. I'm gonna go and clean these fish and time lapse the drive back home so you can see what I go through just to catch a couple of fish. Just got back to Burns Bay and it's just phenomenal here this afternoon. Doesn't feel like winter at all. Really nice and warm. Drop a comment down below the kind of videos that you would watch from me if you could choose anything at all. I'm really interested to know, is it like fishing knots? Is it more just jargon vlogs like this? I'd love to know what you guys would like to see so I can entertain you more so and help you learn. Thanks again for watching this episode. I got some cleaning to do and see you on the next one.